Welcome to the Goat Show, the Irish edition. I am your host, ZiLLY, and with me are Fresh and Deezy. Gentlemen, how are you on this special St. Patrick's Day episode of the Goat Show?
Feeling great, lad.
You guys are butchers, bro. You
Are
guys
we now?
are butchers.
Are we now?
Happy St. Patty's Day, though, boys.
Happy
Got me
St.
a
Patty's
little
Day.
good old Jamie James. And
I'm drinking a green beer.
green beer.
For anybody watching, it's extra green because of the green screen effect. So it's truly green.
What you got there, Fresh?
I got a KillKenny Irish cream ale.
What? Not a Guinness?
No.
How could you not be?
I listen, because I figured that you fucking goofies were going to have Guinness. So I'm like, okay, like I'm going to have the different Irish beer, you know? Nah, nobody's got a Guinness.
Listen. The Trump. It's either Trump. It's one or two people I blame for us not having any Guinness on the show. It's either Trump and his tariffs, because there was no Guinness, if you can believe that. Well, I'm trying not to drink every day, so they got 6-packs and 4-packs of Guinness. But normally you have one big tall boy of Guinness. You know, that's all I want, just one. You know what I'm saying? I can control my alcohol. I just wanted one Guinness, and I was going to drink it on the show, and that's it. And then the rest of the week, I'm be a good boy, you know, be healthy, whatever. But no, they want you to have 6. So I didn't get. So I thought, you know what? The liquor store will have the single one, because I was at Walmart getting other stuff. But I was like, the liquor store will have the single can. And lo and behold, I go to the liquor store. They didn't have any. So they ran out. Either that.
Yeah, it's St. Patrick's Day today, brother.
I know.
People are getting drunk from the morning. They bought them yesterday.
If it's St. Patrick's Day, I own a liquor store. I'm getting the whole thing.
To be fair,
to
be fair, I didn't. There was no Guinness at the 2 liquor stores that I went to either. That all of the other beers were like stocked, but the Guinness was just empty. And I was like, damn, people are really going hard for fucking St. Patrick's Day this year.
No, bro. They just hate you guys in the States right now because my shelves are packed, brother. My shelves are packed. 4-packs, 6-packs, singles, like 2 4s, whatever you want.
Guinness is made. One of their largest facilities is in the United States.
It don't matter, man. Well, okay, it's one or two things. Okay. It's one or two people to blame. It's either Trump and these tariffs. They're charging 50% on all the Guinness, and they just said, forget it. We're not shipping any Guinness to you. The rest of the world can have Guinness. The United States can. I don't know if that's really the case. I don't know anything about Irish tariffs, if there have been any Irish tariffs. Okay. The other group, I should say, the group to blame are these god dang brownies out here in Ireland. We'll get to that in a minute. All right. Taking away the beer, because beer is haram. So, one of the two. I can't think of anybody else to blame other than maybe the local liquor store owner who didn't realize it was St. Patrick's Day and should have stocked every shelf wall to wall with Guinness.
I mean, I'm shocked that they didn't, to be honest.
I know.
I mean, look, my wife, she's a bar manager, restaurant manager at what was an Irish gastropub, and they have plenty. They got plenty of Guinness. So I don't think there's necessarily a shortage. I think that we just got unlucky with our choices. Like,
you're saying that we're responsible for not having.
I went to 2 gas stations, but I bet you if I went to Target, there would have been Guinness.
You're saying we're responsible? No, it's never my fault. Yeah. It's always someone else's fault. This is what I've been subjected to now. I gotta drink Jameson.
You have to finish all that by the end of the show.
I know about
Yeah,
that.
you don't have to tell him twice. Did you see that
I know
face?
about that.
Jameson is diabolical. It's already dad telling him, "You could finish me. You could finish me. Just keep drinking."
I
Go
mean,
buy another one.
I'll tell you what's diabolical.
Do it.
Drive to buy another one is what it's telling
Coward.
The most diabolical of the whiskeys is the Jack Daniel's honey whiskey. Tastes like honey. What can I say?
It is really
The
good.
most
I will say.
diabolical of all alcohols, though, is Hennessy. Because with Henny, anything is possible.
Wait, is Hennessy
Oh my God.
Irish?
It's a cognac. No, it's a cognac. So
No.
it's
Are you sure?
it's gotta
Hennessy
be
sounds
from-
like very Irish. That name.
but it's
sounds
got doesn't a cognac have to come from like the cognac region of France?
I was gonna say Bavaria just because it sounds like cognac would come from there. But can you look that up, Deezy? On a grok is Hennessy? What is the name Hennessy? What kind of name is that?
Oh, the origin of the name, not the liquor.
Right. Because it's an
Mm.
Irish liquor if the name is Irish, as far as I'm concerned. So that's all. Anyway, welcome anybody who's watching. I see you
Yo,
out
bro,
there.
it is an Irish name.
Oh shit, Henny is a freaking Irish. That is the ultimate Irish drink.
Yeah, Richard Hennessy is an Irishman who settled in the region of France after serving in the French army in the town of Cognac.
Bro, that's why it makes
That's
you want
wild.
to kill people, bro. The name comes
That's
from
crazy.
the Gaelic name O'Hanesy. That is fucking fire, bro. That is fire. But what's even more fire is how you spell O'Hanesy.
And he spelled.
OHAONGHUSA.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It
All right, well, it's
translated.
settled.
It translates to descendant of Angus. Who's Angus?
That's super Irish.
It's
Come on
super
now.
Irish.
That's super Irish. Oh no, Angus is Scottish though, right? It's kind of a Scottish name. I don't know.
Well, it's descendant of Angus? Who's Angus?
Angus. Okay, well,
Good piece
there's
of
the most
meat.
Irish drink then. Sorry, Guinness, you lost. KillKenny ain't got nothing on O'Hennessy. Hannah. What about KillKenny? What's the origin of KillKenny? Because you
They're
picked that one
from
first.
it's from the Smithwick brewery. So, like Smithwick was the first beer brewed in Ireland, and then it was Guinness,
Mhm.
and then it was KillKenny at Smithwick because Canadians wanted more alcohol content.
Oh, okay. All right. So is it just for Canada?
It was originally made because Canadians like their beer stronger.
I should have got some fucking proper 12. For this
Bro,
episode.
like I'm
I
so
asked for
shocked
it.
with you guys, man.
I asked
Like-
for proper 12. They didn't have proper 12 either.
Where the fuck do you guys live?
I mean, I'm in Florida, so I guess they don't.
No, there's if I went to Total Wine or more here in Arizona, it's literally anything. That's where we go buy our kegs because I have a kegerator in my house, so I could buy full kegs and tap them in my house. It's
But yet
dangerous.
you don't have a Guinness keg.
No, I could have gotten a Guinness keg, but I wasn't trying to have that. Listen,
Slacking. over
I'm
here.
like ZiLLY. I'm on a fitness journey, and if I have a keg in my house, I'm going to drink it.
Listen,
I'm
Bro,
not
I'm
gonna-
on a
you lift
I'm
the
on a
keg,
fitness journey too, man. Fitness beer in my belly.
You can just kettlebell swing the keg. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's it, bro.
just like.
All right, for every beer, you have to do 20 curl kegs or keg curls.
Okay. I'm curling this. I don't hear enough from you MOA guys either, man. Man can enjoy a drink once in a while.
You better refill that, ZiLLY.
What about St. Patrick's Day? Like, what's the origin of St. Patrick's Day? How do we even get this?
So
this wonderful day?
what do you guys like? What have you thought it was?
I thought there was a magical leprechaun. His name's St. Patrick. He brings rainbows and gold. And he chased away the snakes.
So the snakes were the pagans. Saint Patrick brought Christianity to Ireland, right?
Okay.
He was born in Roman Britain.
Okay.
And they brought Christianity to Ireland and got rid of the snakes or the pagans.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Cheers.
St. Patrick coming after all these good, innocent pagans, forcing Christianity on them, and now we celebrate them. This freaking what's the white person term that white people don't like?
Colonizer.
Yeah.
I traced my mom's side of my ancestry up and definitely found some crusaders in the blood. So if I go on my dad's side, which is the Ellis side, and we have like red hair, Irish in our blood, I bet you I'll find tons of people that are like, what if I'm related to St. Patrick, bro? What if, bro?
I think so.
Well, if you were related to St. Patrick, then you'd be a Brit, which tracks because Ellis is a British name, right?
Well, I am
British
and
Welsh, right?
I'm like 60% northeastern Britain or whatever the fuck, and then
the fucking vote swayers, motherfucker.
Wait, you're telling me that St. Patrick was British, and yet the Irish celebrate his
he came and brought Christianity,
colonizing Ireland.
Bro, how is it colonizing? Like it didn't become Christerland, bro. Like nothing changed. They just brought religion. What the fuck?
Chase out the pagans. Why not let a pagan be a pagan, man? I'm sick of this shit. Now we're living in MAGA, Trump's MAGA America.
That's the opposite of what Christ would want, right?
Yeah,
because back then,
see it anyways. See it anyways.
Because back then, pagans were probably like legit pagans and not these just fucking like wannabe fucking.
Like these goth.
It's not like
trying
what
to ride
their
trends. They were like legitimately sacrificing babies and shit, and probably like going and stealing livestock and killing them and doing weird shit. Who knows? They're probably doing shit that affected.
Sure, they weren't just wearing cool robes that they got at Hot Topic and were like,
no, dude, that's the today.
It was the Druids, right? It was the Druids, bro.
Can we let's look that up? Like, were the Druids actually doing crazy shit? I don't know.
Druidic magic. That's bro. Druids live off and with the land, right? Listen, regardless of if you think it's right or not, like in Christianity, I'm sure it's not. Right? Like Jesus teaches to fucking save and protect all of God's creatures, right?
What if Big JC was using some druidic magic to, that sounds Irish, turning water into wine, turning water into fucking whiskey.
To whiskey.
Jesus out here turning water into whiskey. Well, aren't they saying these ancients came from Ireland, the Atlanteans or whatever? What's the story behind that? Wasn't it like the Irish went around and were the great sailors of the world, like after the Younger Dryas or whatever?
Look, this is what I'll say. I don't know too much about it. What I do know is that the story of dwarves, like dwarven people in like Tolkien dwarves and like fantasy dwarves, is based off of Irish people. And what do? They build really intricate mechanical shit and have really intricate like everything, right? And basically it's either dwarven or elvish, and both of them are really good at like sailing and you know what I mean? So I would say that shit probably comes from somewhere.
By the way, anybody watching, Grok is amazing. You can prompt it into conversation and it will just continue. Look at, yes, we're Druid. I said we're Druids doing magic. I didn't even change we were just talking about Hennessy, Proper 12, St. Patrick's Day. And then I said, we're the Druids doing magic. And boom. Your questions about the Druids and magic on St. Patrick's Day is interesting pivot. Let's dive in. And it actually like breaks it down, and it says, they were the Celts And then I asked them, did they do any sacrifice? And it says, yes, they performed sacrifices, though the details are murky and debated because they didn't write anything down. So they never wrote it.
Basically, what you're saying is they were at the mercy of the Brits coming in with Christianity. I feel like the Brits always been fucking with Ireland, and it just all makes me icky, and I don't know if I want to drink this beer, bro.
Yo, the thing that's interesting is like maybe they actually did write things down, and all of that stuff was destroyed when people came in,
or they couldn't read it. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're like, they didn't write it down. They just drew these weird pictures. That's their writing, bro. What the fuck?
Either that or Irish ain't no snitches, man. Irish ain't no motherfucking snitches up in here. Okay. You know what? There's a really good, I would say great TV miniseries that has kind of gone really under the radar. It's called Say Nothing. It's called Say Nothing. And you can watch it on Hulu right now. If you have Hulu, you can go watch it. It's all about Irish freedom fighters during the Troubles. Now, if you don't know what the Troubles are, well, there's a period of time in Ireland where there's trouble between Catholics and Protestants, and you know, the Protestants who wanted to, or Northern Ireland, you know, not in Dublin, I'm talking Belfast. You know, some of them like them British, some of them don't, and you got to keep them separated, and it's all about that stuff. And it's about, you know, some individuals who are fighting for their freedom. Started out as pacifists, they end up becoming a little more radicalized. And it's kind of a cool history of that time period as well. They kind of like weave that in. So I recommend it. But the reason I bring it up, Say Nothing is the name of the series, all right? These Irish don't snitch. They get caught by these British. What they do, they ain't snitch nothing. They ain't say nothing. They ain't give up nobody.
Well, listen, they got a lot to say right now.
They do have a lot to say right now.
And it's not about snitching, but the Irish need to take control of their country again.
Damn.
This brings up an interesting conversation.
Okay.
That Elon Musk reposted. I don't know if you guys saw that. Since we're talking about base Irish.
I saw something today. We talking about good old Conor McGregor.
I definitely saw that. Yeah. But I was just talking about how he said that, you know, pretty soon the Irish people will be a minority in their own country, which is interesting because, I mean, there's not really that many people in Ireland, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't be that. 20 million people came over in the last like 5 years into the United States. 16 to 20 million. So imagine if that amount of people went into Ireland. That would be like fucking it would be insane. There'd be nowhere for people to live.
Right. Well, Connor. Okay, so I guess we can move on to Connor, unless we want to talk about some more base Irish shit. But
let's fucking.
I think we covered it.
Connor is kind of the based Irish shit, isn't he? Not
Connor is based.
I thought we were
shit.
talking about the best Irish shit, not the based Irish shit.
Oh, did you? Is that what?
It said best. It said based, didn't it?
No.
I mean, I wrote based. Maybe there's lots of communication. Okay, well, based and best.
This is why I closed it off, because I thought we were talking about the best Irish shit, and we were going to talk about the best beers, the best shows.
Let's talk about it. So we talked about shows, we talked about beers, we talked about liquor.
Bro, talk about land,
is Jameson
dude.
the best liquor?
Ireland is beautiful. You seen pictures of Ireland? Let's look at some pictures of Ireland real quick.
I will say this: didn't say this, but when I was in Las Vegas, I met a lovely young Irish lass. You know, I wish I could go to Ireland, go to Limerick, and visit, but I'm stuck here.
I know why you want to go to Ireland.
I'm depressed, guys. I'm just so depressed.
Look at this. All right. This is their code. Right,
makes me feel better now, though. That made me feel a lot better. Drinking makes things a lot better. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, look at that.
The Lisatina Memorial Garden. Interesting.
You know what I do want to see? in Limerick
Can't scroll.
is the Blarney Stone. I do go to Ireland.
The Barney Stone.
Yeah, the Blarney Stone. Apparently, it's magical. So that druidic magic.
Huh. I'm
Listen,
trying to find
whoever's watching right now, I want you to tell us what's that based and best Irish shit. Comment wherever you're seeing this in the comments. We want to know because we don't know everything. We don't know everything on this show, and we're pretty smart, but we could always become more and more worldly. So if you're out there, even if you're not Irish, just drop some Irish shit. We were listening to House of Pain. Listen to a little U2. I was listening to Cranberries in the car. That's some based Irish shit right there. A little linger.
Look at that.
Zombie.
Look at that, bro. That's beautiful.
Based. That's definitely based.
I want to go look at all that old shit, bro. All the old castles and the greens. I want to go visit all of that before it gets burned down like a light.
Connor's saying that just like St. Patrick came to Ireland, these Pakistanis and freaking Middle Easterners and freaking Indians and freaking Africans, they coming over to Ireland, causing all kinds of trouble. They're not assimilating like they should. They ain't drinking Guinness. They ain't drinking scotch. And he ain't having it. He got up in the podium today. Can we watch that? What do you say exactly?
The Conor.
Yeah. He had his kids too. He was pulling an Elon. He had like his 3 kids and his lovely wife. But I like Conor. What do you guys think of Conor? I know he gets a bad rap or whatever, but I think he was pretty sincere today, in my opinion. But
honestly, I like him, bro. He's
a real one.
He's just a guy, bro. Like, you know what I mean? He's just a normal guy. I feel like everybody gets a bad rep when you're in the public eye like that.
Mm. Yeah, he's a lad. He'd be fun to party with.
And it'll be music to the people of Ireland's ears, because never on the main stage has the issues the people of Ireland face been spoke. Our government has long since abandoned the voices of the people of Ireland, and it's high time that America is made aware of what is going on in Ireland. What is going on in Ireland is a travesty. Our government is the government of zero action with zero accountability. Our money is being spent on overseas issues that has nothing to do with the Irish people. The illegal immigration racket is running ravage on the country. There are rural towns in Ireland that have been overrun in one swoop, that have become a minority in one swoop. So issues need to be addressed. And the 40 million Irish Americans, as I said, need to hear this, because if not, there will be no place to come home and visit.
Damn.
All right. And then we got an advertisement for fucking somebody in the Freedom Party trying to run.
He's right. I mean, look, as a person of color on this show, I don't want none of these brown people there either, man. I want to go to Ireland. I want lily white, how are you doing, Art of Arden? You know what I'm saying? I want that when I go to, I don't want to go there and it's like, people I see every day in my own home. You know what I'm saying? Like,
your cousin.
I want to go there and I want to see Irish people doing Irish shit. Wearing green, some
that
lovely
was
Irish glasses,
That was what I was talking about earlier. About how like somebody posted, let me see if I can find it. How like China wants to stay a Chinese country, Japan wants to stay a Japanese country.
Right.
Like all these countries, they want to have a sense of like culture in their country and remain and still carry, an essence of where they came from. And as soon as a country of white people does it, it becomes a problem. And a lot of people posted this.
So here's what I think, right? Like, so their example they're using is Poland, right? And I think that when Poland says it, I don't really care, right? I think when if the US were to say it, it's disingenuous, right? Because the US was never a primarily white country or only white country. So I think it'd be disingenuous. But like, I think Poland saying it is the same thing as like anyone
Ireland.
saying it,
Right,
or
right.
Ireland saying it. I don't think it's
Yeah.
because again, like Ireland was never, bro. Nobody wanted to go there. It's cold. It's wet. It's damp all the
Right.
time. People don't want to
Yeah.
go there. You know what I mean? So it's always been just the Irish there. Like a couple people come in, but immigration's small there, bro. You know what I mean? In comparison.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think that it's like wrong to say that they want Ireland to stay Irish. I guess just like the means that you use to go about it, maybe.
I mean,
like
there's skin color type stuff, which I'm a racist. I want Ireland to be white. Okay, like I don't want Ireland to be like a couple of Indians here and there, a couple of Jamaicans here and there, but I mean, Ireland needs to be white, dude. Okay, but even if you're not of that persuasion, there is the culture. You know what I'm saying? Like there is the Irish culture. There's the music. The pub culture. Whatever. I mean, there's the history. Like if you're gonna go to that country and you're gonna move in there, then you got to embrace all that and you got to assimilate. That's always been my thing. You got to assimilate with whatever the standards of that culture are. Not bring your shitty culture from another place that you left because it sucked, because you didn't have opportunities, because that culture wasn't great, and now you're going to go someplace else and you're going to bring that with you and not assimilate and bring those bad cultural values. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like,
well, that's what always really confuses me, right? Is like I don't know why you even would fight for that. Like you had it where you were at and you didn't like it. Like it doesn't make sense to me, right? Like I'm not saying even that the culture is bad. You know what I mean? I'm just saying like that's not the same culture as here, and you left it because you wanted to be part of this culture.
Right.
Like, bring your food, your traditions, your whatever, but like respect the laws and traditions of this country as well, right? Like nobody's telling you come to America and forget where you came from.
Right.
Come to the West and forget who you were.
Right.
But like there's got to be a middle ground, right? Like you don't just get to treat it like it's a country it's not.
Right. And I mean the amount of immigration, I mean it's kind of like a dish, right? You got that good chicken cooking. Okay. You might want to add a little spice to the mix. Just give it a little kick. You know what I'm saying? Take it up a notch. But if it's one piece of chicken and the whole thing is spice, a little too much. You know what I'm saying? It tastes bad. It's bitter. You ruin the chicken. You guys feel me? We need
What
good
if?
chicken.
All right, hey, I have an idea. What if when people came into the country from other places, no matter where, they had to do something like a cultural community service, where they have to go experience and partake in deep in the culture, like they have to wear a kilt, bagpipes, like all that, you know what I mean? Bar crawl or whatever they could do within the means of their religion and beliefs. Obviously, you're not trying to force somebody to do something.
No, I'm like, listen, man, if you're Middle Eastern, you're Muslim, and you're coming to Ireland, you gotta drink Guinness. You gotta drink some Irish whiskey. I don't care. I'm sorry. You can't bring your non-drinking culture to Ireland. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna bring your non-drinking culture to Ireland, one of the places in the entire world where like the tourism in Ireland is like you're gonna go there to drink in the pub. That's like one of the things you're gonna do if you go to Ireland. That's like half the reason why I go to Ireland would be to like do that and then go around.
They want to get rid of the pubs?
No, I want to keep the pubs. I'm saying if
they want to.
I mean, I don't know what they want to do, but I'm assuming who he's talking about are, Muslims from the Middle East and places like that. Maybe Africa. Well, Africans drink. I'm just saying, like, here's all I'm saying. It's like going to Jamaica and you don't smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? Isn't that a little weird?
Yeah,
I mean,
kind of.
One person coming and not smoking weed in Jamaica might be okay. But the whole country, you got like...
Well, no. I think what it is, it's like going to Jamaica if you're anti-weed smoking. Like, because you don't even have to drink, right? Like when you go to Ireland, you don't have to drink per se. There is a lot to see and a lot to do. The thing is, you are also expecting that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you're not going to go there and be like, oh, I can't believe there people were at the pub and
Right.
what?
Yeah, like I mean, I'll even compromise, you know, because I've tried it, non-alcoholic Guinness. Hey, pretty good. Shout out Guinness on making that. I've tried it a couple of times in the show. You know, you can at the very least you need to be able to go into the pub. All right, wear some, you know, the clothes of the locals. You know what I'm saying? And you know, have a non-alcoholic Guinness. At least you got to do that. If you can't do that, you need to stay in your own country, man. I'm sorry. Ireland for the Irish. As an Indian man in America, I say Ireland for the Irish. All right?
Well, you also assimilated though. Although, as I said before, I don't think that that's like it's necessarily a skin color thing. I definitely think that there's American culture, right? And like, I think that your family assimilated to American culture.
Well, I mean, I would say, I mean, sure, definitely. I would say though that America's a little different because the thing that you're assimilating to in the U.S. is not necessarily one particular culture. I feel like you're assimilating to the Constitution. Like that's the real assimilation in America, which is and that's kind of a beneficial thing for us. It's like it's pretty clear. Like if you don't believe in the right to free speech, and there are Americans who don't believe in that, and you know what? You ain't American. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it. If you don't believe in free speech in some level, I don't think you're American, bro. If you don't believe in the right to a free press on some level, we can dispute like what that means and get in the details of the words of the Constitution or whatever. But you're not American if you don't believe in the right to bear arms, at least on some level. Like, you know, we can get into whether they meant a well-regulated militia or some shit. You ain't American. That's fundamentally American. Like that is like, so I mean, I that's how I look at it. Like you don't have to, you can be Chinese as you want in Chinatown in America, but you know, if you ain't packing, you ain't ready to.
Well, again, it's about if you're not accepting of the ability to be packing.
Sure.
Do you understand? Like
you know,
this is not
fresh.
Is where,
if you ain't got fireworks on your person ready to light that shit as a Chinese person in America, are you really American?
Was that racist?
You ain't got gunpowder in your pouch. This Jameson's working on me, bro. I gotta say.
How far are you? Let's see the bottle. Let's see it.
I mean, not much. I mean, I'm not. Oh, you can't. Oh,
all right.
I just had a little bit. Anyway, all right. I'll shut up. I didn't mean that. I love you guys. I love my Chinese. You don't have to have fireworks.
I love my Chinese. It's funny.
And my blacks and my
yo, bro.
My Latins.
I'll tell you something. That's the one that gets me. You gotta call people, man.
Okay.
When you use identifier, you also got to use the people, man. So, like, you know, this is why I said it's diabolical, right? Because, like, you got to say my Chinese people. I love my black people. You know what I mean?
Isn't that a little weird though? Why do you guys say
it's racist?
What makes people? But what makes the word people?
It's dehumanizing. You're making it because you are reducing somebody to a color, not even a person.
Okay. All right. I'll give you that one. Anyway, what are we talking about? Let's get back to the Irish. So Connor out here saying Ireland's not for the Irish and we need to fix that shit. I don't know what Trump can do about it. I mean, what's Trump gonna do? I guess he could say economic power. Like he could say we're gonna tariff Ireland.
Ireland's not that far from Greenland, all right. So
the Irish, listen, bro. I'm gonna explain something to you loud and clear so you get it. The Irish will burn down Ireland before they give it to anybody, bro.
I know.
That's the British, bro.
True that.
Like,
yeah, true that.
They will burn that place down.
Shit.
If Trump threatens to take it, it's going up in flames, bro. Just letting you know. It's this art of war tactic not working with Irish. They're gonna just light it up.
You don't
Want
think
it
the
now?
Irish would be like down to be a state if they could keep everything
Nope.
as the way they want it?
Nope.
You don't think they'd be willing to be a U.S. state? There's so many
State
Irish in
of-
America.
no.
There's a
No, you want to know something?
Wouldn't
I
be a
don't even
state.
think they would be.
It'd be like a territory. It'd be like
Yeah, but I
you
don't
know,
even think they'd be willing to be like how, because again, they didn't accept the British crown. You know what I'm saying? It didn't have to become Britain. It was still
But-
going to be Ireland.
But the British thing, from my understanding, was the Brits always shat all over Ireland. You know, like they mistreated Ireland, the famines and you know they treated
Bro,
Ireland like
all
Gaza.
one. That was all like one consecutive time, though.
Right. But I'm just saying, like the U.S. has always been good. We've always been homies. It's not
Because you guys never threatened to take it.
it's not an occupation by us. It's simply an assistance and a cultural assistance.
They don't want your assistance. They don't want it.
You
It's
sure?
stupid.
It looks like Connor wants it.
Absolutely.
He came to the White House and was like,
Yeah,
telling
no,
Trump, "Yo."
not in that form, bro. Not in that form. They want you to go put some fucking boots on the ground, but they don't want you to. You know what I mean? They don't want you to stay.
All right, listen,
When you get
Irish
rid of
people-
them, because listen, what they're assuming, right? Because they're probably racist, so they're like, listen, if we get rid of the brown people, we'll be able to negotiate with the white people.
Okay, well, here's what I'm thinking. Well, we were gonna get to that.
cheers,
eventually.
Tim. I see you.
Cheers,
He
gentlemen.
said he said slan. I forget how it's pronounced.
What
Is
he
it
said.
like slancha? It's a common term tied to Irish culture.
Hmm.
It's Gaelic, and it means health. And it thinks you can use it as a toast for cheers or to your health.
Well, you know what? Don't give me
Slancha.
an excuse to not drink some Jameson. Let's cheers to him. Let's toast to him. Toast to you, good sir. Whatever that word is in health. Cheers. Listen, I'm just saying, if I was Irish, and I was really Irish, I wanted Ireland for the Irish, right? I'd be like, listen, I'm president. I'm Conor McGregor. I'm now the Prime Minister of Ireland. I go to Trump. I'd say, like, listen, why don't we do this? Make Ireland a state. Come in here with your special forces. Get these Browns out. Take them down to El Salvador. All right, these brown, you know, these rape gang criminals or whatever. You know, put them down that El Salvadorian prison, and we'll become the 52nd state because Greenland by that time and Canada, or no, 53rd. Greenland, Canada will be states of the American states, and then Ireland will be the 53rd state. Everybody's happy.
It's not going to be a state, bro. They're going to be territory. Greenland's going to be a territory. Canada will be a state. Yeah.
Why can't Canada be like Guam? You know what I'm saying? They're a territory. Greenland's a territory. Ireland's a territory of the United States.
What do you
Fuck
think?
it. We'll
Fresh?
take Iceland too, man. Iceland.
Are you prepared to be an American so you can help us conquer the rest of the world?
Just so that I can have guns to shoot this Indian guy. bro.
No, we take Ireland, we take Iceland, then we use the Irish and Greenlandic and Icelandic forces to take England. Take fucking the mainland. Or
This just
Ireland.
turned it. It's like you just turned this into like a game of Risk, bro.
Bro, this guy's trying
guys
to
think-
like bring the colonizer. He's like, yo, you want to be a colonizer, bro?
Dude, we're
Come
gonna
join
reverse
America.
what
We're
I'm saying
doing
is
it again.
America needs to reverse colonize the British Isles, is what I'm saying. They started it. They started this shit.
Yikes.
They started it. And we're just coming back to finish the job. That's all.
Bro.
Take it all.
Bro, listen. Do you want to know the flaw in your theory?
What's that?
At the time that happened, you were them, bro. You hadn't split off from them yet, bro.
No.
You guys did
My
that
dad was in
too.
Fiji. My dad was in Fiji.
Listen,
all right?
I don't
They were
know how
colonized too.
America,
India was colonized too. We're
America,
doing it for India as well.
I don't know how far you want to go down on this rabbit hole, but you definitely haven't listened to William Cooper in his full extent, because if you did, you would understand that the United States still is a part of the crown rule.
I
Washington,
know, because
D.C.,
they
the
sold. They
Vatican.
also sold it back when the U.S. bought it, it was already barren, and they gave Britain exclusive fucking like some kind of exclusive rights to some shit, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy.
There's everyone should go watch William Cooper's content, all of it. He breaks down the deep secret societies and how everything was created. But
Tilsa William Cooper, the original Alex Jones.
I bet you there's some information about Ireland in there somewhere.
You're talking about that guy, right? Bill Cooper.
Yeah, dude, Bill Cooper.
Behold a Pale Horse. That's on Spotify. You can listen to it for free, by the way.
Yeah, but Behold a Pale Horse is not what I'm talking about. Because he released, you can find it on YouTube. He also released like long videos where he literally goes and breaks down like everything about history. It's like him breaking down history from a long time ago and telling you about everything from the Templars to the Illuminati, how that got founded, all of the secret societies, religions. He literally breaks all the connections down. It's a great fucking content. I'll try to find the links. We can maybe post it so people can go watch that later. I don't know. It's great. Unrelated to Ireland, but I'm sure something in there has something to do with Ireland.
William Cooper, is that an Irish name or is that British? I think it's probably British.
Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, Hennessy, we found out was Irish.
No way, Cooper's Irish though, bro. Not a chance.
Cooper, Copper.
Cooper name origin.
Well, speaking about
English, it's English, man. All right,
English.
listen, but we're gonna move on to JFK, but before we do, I think we should have a word from our sponsors.
Bloodbeard, what a beard! He's got a beard, a very special beard, a romantically inclined beard. Oh, what a beard! You can't resist it. Blonde beards.
Go to blondebeards.com and use code GOAT at checkout for 10% off your first order.
blondebears.com, everybody. Use the code GOAT to get 10% off your first order. They have good friends of ours.
Every time I see that commercial. It's hilarious.
This is great, man. Our buddy Adam Nelson is going to be, his interview, I think, is dropping tomorrow, I believe. Good friend of mine from back in the day, co-founder of the brand. And it's delicious. We just had a bunch. I've been eating it all week. Got it one of those flights. Eggs, chicken, fish, all week I've been eating that stuff. It's delicious. And got a little bit of kick, but it's smooth. And the flavors are flavorful. Chicken and waffles. Black Magic.
I had the Black Magic last night with some wings and
How was
pizza. It was fire.
That's fine.
You boys saw what I made, or not me. My wife whipped up some fucking bomb buffalo dip with that shit, with the IPA. It was so good, bro.
IPA is one of my favorites.
It was really good with the dip and the cream, like cream cheese and stuff, you know.
Yeah. I was definitely jealous. So yeah, if you guys want some really, really good, very distinct tasting buffalo hot wing sauce, hot sauce, blondebeards.com. Use code GO for 10% off your first order. JFK Files. So, man, what'd y'all think?
We're not getting nothing.
Ain't getting nothing.
America's compromised.
I mean, it's Tulsi, though. Apparently, Tulsi's putting this one together. And she ain't been a fan of a certain group that, people accuse of being involved. So maybe we'll get the full story. I don't know. But my gut tells
Who knows?
My gut tells me we ain't going to get shit. They're going to get a bunch of bullshit.
So look, all I'm saying is when we find out it was the driver, I take my apologies in cash or crypto.
If it was the driver, bro, I mean, that video is very interesting. Like, there's a lot of elements to the video that leaves you questioning what happened, because the driver does look like he's got a gun in his left hand, and he like looks and reaches over his shoulder like this, and then right at that moment when he's looking back is when his head gets fucking blown off. So
Mm.
that is an interesting fucking. It's an interesting thing, man. It's very, very plausible. But
Yeah, I guess we'll see. I mean, it'll be interesting. I mean, I think Anna Polina said there were two shooters, right? I think she dropped that hint, but I could be wrong. Anyway, it's tomorrow. We'll see. You know, we met. You know, good Irish Catholic boys there. JFK, RFK. Hopefully, we find out what exactly happened, who exactly was involved, and you know, it's just kind of confusing to me why they would keep it secret all these years. I mean, who could possibly be alive now that it would be a risk to reveal the full details 60 to 70 years later? I just wonder. Who could possibly be alive that would be affected by a revelation from the JFK and RFK?
CIA.
Sure. Sure.
yeah, probably.
Whoever they may be. Anyway. But Trump says tomorrow is happening. He says it's unredacted. He's promising no redactions. So,
Man,
what you will.
No redaction.
they really need to fucking
Everything.
take. They really need to take our fucking advice and stop telling us what they're gonna do, and just do it.
Hey.
Because if they don't live up to their word, then it's just gonna be fucking a fail. All politicians, take heed.
Yeah.
Do stuff in silence, and then
Yeah.
celebrate your victories. Because if you say you're gonna do something and then you don't do it completely up to what you said you were gonna do, well, then you didn't win. But if you just do something and you never promised anything, then you know that's a win. So under promise, over deliver every time.
Yes, sir. 100% agree. I will say this though. Trump is or has been laying down the law pretty heavy these past few days now. So let's discuss. Okay, we talked about it a little bit earlier. He'd be taking these Trent Agua. He'd be taking these Trent Aguas down to El Salvador.
And MS-13.
MS-13.
Bro, did you see that the judge tried to put a delay on it, and then
Yeah.
Bukele was like too late on Twitter, and they have all of the fucking prisoners.
Right. I mean, let's talk about
Ukulele.
Bukulele. Is that how it's pronounced? How's it pronounced?
Bukele. I think.
Bukele?
Bukele.
Bukele? Bukele?
Bukele. Like Pele, right? Bukele.
Bukele? What is it?
Buka. Kele.
Correct me. Don't just make fun of me. Tell me how to say
I
it.
don't know how to say it either. Let's ask. Maybe have to ask Rock on this one. Nayib.
Nayib. Bukele.
Nayib.
It's St. Patrick's Day, bro. What do you expect?
Cheers to you, good sir, for taking not really our criminals, just criminals.
For taking your criminals back, bro.
No. He's taking Venezuelan criminals. Okay, so the critics of Trump, what they're saying is there's a little thing called due process, and that every American deserves to have due process under the law as outlined in the Constitution. But,
All right, but like if you have like an MS-13 tattoo,
I mean,
I'm gonna just
here's
say
the
I don't
thing.
know about that citizenship, my bro.
Those are those Americans? The question is he's not deporting anybody that's American.
Yeah, I don't think he's deporting anybody that is American. He's deporting people that are foreign nationals or are here illegally. That's my understanding. Although,
And a good big majority, from what I understand, is just focusing on people who are selling drugs and human trafficking and doing heavy crime and are like affiliated. I saw that they caught like some of the major, leaders. Did they not?
yeah, I mean, I just we might need to look all like the details up. My understanding, though, is that these are not American nationals, so therefore they are not protected by the Constitution of the United States. Okay, you're a foreign national. You're gonna come. You come here and fuck up. You're going home, or so you're going somewhere else. And if your home don't want you, if Venezuela doesn't want you, then where are we gonna put you? Put you down in El Salvador, in one of them concrete prisons with 20,000 dudes in one freaking room. I don't know if you've seen this place. This place is hardcore. And I think here's what I like. I mean, you ain't gonna come to this country and mess around if you know that ICE is gonna show up, kick down your door, and you're gonna get straight on a freaking 747 sent to some El Salvadorian prison, and you gotta hang out with a bunch of other dudes in this gigantic prison. Dangerous. Dangerous.
If you do,
people,
is it gay?
I mean, that's a good question. If you have to do something to survive, is it really get that gay? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, do you have to do that to survive, or are you now a product of your own decisions?
Mm.
I don't know, bro. I'm just saying, like, if you make the decision to be a criminal in 2025,
Look,
you might be gay.
hey, crime is
well,
gay.
Listen, if you think about it this way, if Trump was like, all right, any American citizens that are found guilty of extremely violent crimes or selling like fentanyl, you guys can also be sent to these prisons. If he started making that a viable punishment for, obviously they would still have to go through their normal court system, but if that was also a potential charge that you are like punishment that you can get, being sentenced specifically to a prison outside of the country, that would be crazy.
Okay, so let's talk about this. So I think we're all in
paying.
agreement.
The United States is paying for it, from what I understand.
So if you're not an American citizen, I think we're all in agreement. If you're not an American citizen and your country doesn't want to take you, we'll send you where we feel like it. All right, we'll send your ass to El Salvador. You can deal with it there. All right. But if you're an American citizen,
you're being deported, right? Like if you're being deported and your country doesn't want you, what are we gonna do? Put you out in uncharted waters? You're gonna die, bro. That's even less humane. No, but that's even less humane. You know what I mean? Like the most humane thing is to send you somewhere that wants you, regardless of in what form they want you.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, you're getting.
And again, all these people are violent criminals.
Yeah.
From what I understand, there's no like random mom or dads caught up in the mix. Like these are all like people who are selling drugs and doing violent crimes.
The liberal ACLU argument is that there hasn't been a process to determine if these people are really criminals or not. That's their argument, but I don't know if that's true or not. Like they're saying they're just rounding up people and put them on planes. And
are they here illegally?
We'll have to ask Grok what the situation is. My understanding is they're
here illegally. They are criminals, bro. Right. I know this is a hard concept for a lot of people to grasp because they're like, oh, like they're not breaking the law, bro. They broke the law already. Right away, they became a criminal the minute they entered. Mm-hmm. So all this other shit is irrelevant. You could have been paying into Social Security and all this other shit working as a legit. No, it all doesn't fucking matter, bro. Like, and it could suck. It could all those things. It's fine. But facts are facts, bro.
Yeah. Look, if somebody walked into your home and they were really nice and they had kids with them, but they just decided to go in your home and chill, and you were like, yo, you need to get out of my house. I'm sorry, I know you're poor and you got young kids or something, but you can't stay here. And then they were like, no, I'm gonna just stay here until somebody lets me have the house. You know what I'm saying? Like you'd be like, no, you call the cops immediately and be like, get the hell out of here.
The cops wouldn't get here fast enough.
Or enforce the law yourself.
Yeah, I mean, it is there. You are in Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I walked in and there's somebody in my house, like,
yeah,
excuse me,
and they could be the nicest person in the world. They could be cooking you. Well, I mean, if they're cooking me breakfast or something, I might want amnesty at that point. Actually, I take it back. They want to do some things around the house, clean up, do laundry.
So illegals, if you need a place to stay, all you got to do is make a bank.
But you got to be clean and you got to be responsible and you got to make sure you
to be a lineup.
I don't want the dust. The problem. What irks me? They don't dust the full table. Like the corner will have a little dust. Like if you're gonna dust the table, that's your job. Come in here, wipe the whole surface. I want the whole surface wiped, Consuela.
Hey, yo, bro.
They're gonna deport you, bro. You better be careful.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna be an unwelcome guest in someone's home, that home being our country, the United States of America, then at least be grateful and don't cause any trouble. But if you're going to cause trouble, then you're going to go to El Salvador and hang out with the wolves.
I mean, a good thing to bring into perspective is like if you were here in America and you decided to do that to another country, what do you think is going to happen to you? Like, what if you just try to like sneak into Canada and then they find out that you're there illegally? You think they're going to be like, okay?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, we accept terrorists in Canada, right? So like, but bad example. But like,
Bad example.
if you went to like Brazil, for example, and you snuck in, and bro, you might not make it to the consulate, to jail. They might just, chop.
The point of it is like, you would have to sneak out of your own country because unless you have a passport, you can't even leave the country. Right? That's limited. You still have to come back to the United States. You can't just leave the country forever. You're still a United States citizen. You have to come back.
Right.
Unless you get a work visa somewhere.
Anybody else, yeah.
Get citizenship. Yeah, you have to follow the law.
Yeah, due process.
Yeah. Listen, one, African-American person, fresh, went to Japan and was a little rude on a stream, and the Japanese are putting up racist cartoon, stuff in trains saying, hey, quit acting up.
And listen, they don't give a fuck in Japan. If they don't, if they all decide that they don't want you to do something there, then they can like tell you you're not allowed to eat here. I'm not selling you products. Like they can just blatantly refuse. You can't call the cops and try to sue them for discrimination there. They're like a unified system. They like if you cause havoc in Japan, they're going to come after your ass. All of them, citizens too, like for sure.
Yeah.
You're going to have the mobs on you, bro, before the fucking cops even deal with you.
I mean, if you even take a boat through the Strait of wherever that place is, these Houthis gonna jump up on you, man. Damn. These Houthis gonna be bombing you and shit.
Not after what Trump said.
Happens. Yeah. Then Trump said, you guys are responsible, Iran. So...
Trump said today that if every single bullet fired from here on out by the Houthis, he's going to consider Iran responsible for. So sounds like World War III is cooking up.
They just have been quick. They've had a hard on for Iran since before 9/11. Wesley Clark famously got up and said, they had already been planning to go after 7 different countries over 7 years. They didn't get 7 years. It's taken them 3 times as long, which is normal for government. But I'm just saying, they've been wanting this Iran war. Did those 7 countries just so happen to not have a central bank? Maybe those 7 countries aren't friendly to a certain ally of ours, our greatest ally, you might say. Might need to, just noticing.
No, that's I can't even tell you what that is, but you know what it is. It's that word.
What did I say?
Something.
The word in the English language. Just seems a little odd that American foreign policy for the last, 30 years has been beneficial, particularly to one particular country. Anyway, I don't know. I'm a little bit skeptical, very skeptical of sort of, this idea of like all these different things being proxies of Iran. They were saying ISIS was a proxy of Iran. We know that's not true. Like we created ISIS. You know, so I don't know. I feel like there's, but then I'm like,
Isn't ISIS the Israeli Secret Intelligence Service, or am I tripping?
is that what it stands for?
I'm
I didn't
pretty
know
sure
that.
that's what their secret service is. I don't know, bro. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they've been talking about a different ISIS this whole time, and I've just been, I don't know.
I mean, you know, that Hamas obviously was a product of Iranian meddling in elections. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, they're meddling in that election and got elected, and somehow, you know, got the moderates out of those elections. So, you know, I don't know. Maybe Iran is the fault. Maybe Iran's just, you know, maybe it's Putin. You know, we got to be tough on Putin too, guys. Got to make sure Putin doesn't take over the world.
Want to
Oh my
get me in
God.
trouble.
Dude, no more freaking foreign aid to nobody.
Mm.
No more wars. All the troops back in the U.S. Let them be with their families.
Yeah.
Let them go to the border and do something else instead of being stuck at a base, fucking doing nothing forever.
Mm-hmm.
Bro,
Protect
look,
their country.
I'm not against like foreign aid. I'm just saying that like when you give foreign aid, everybody should be like aware, and it should be a big deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like something big happens, there's a hurricane or like a disaster, the world comes together, it's a big deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like just paying for your country to survive is wild work.
Right.
That's
I just think
wild
there
work.
should be no foreign aid while we have so many issues here in the United States. Like, why there shouldn't be any veterans that are
Well,
homeless.
there's no need for foreign aid at this current moment in my opinion, right? So like,
you know, they're
again, if there was a disaster, we could revisit this thing of like a country needing help. But as far as supplying people with money for anything, that just seems ridiculous for me. Like,
So,
why would my country ever support your country to live?
Right. It's the old neocon saying, if we don't fight them over there, they'll fight us over here, which is complete bullshit. Like, you're telling me if we took all that money, and we just said, hey, like, let's not even talk about like cutting, you know, say the defense budget. Let's just say you took all that money and instead of it going to anything, you just said, okay, we're going to go put it in our own national defense and build stuff for our national defense. You know what I'm saying? Dude, nobody will be able to take the United States. I'm sorry. Like, you can fucking try, but you're dealing with.
I'm not convinced it could happen now. But if if what happens is that the U.S. stops giving people any weapons, any arms at all, and only arms itself, like right now, it's a slim chance in hell. In 1 year, it'd be impossible. In 5 years, the U.S. could own the world.
Yeah. Listen, these eggs went up like $2, and I was about to be like, do we need to, you know, hurt? Who do we need to hurt to get these eggs down? This protein's got to go to these guns. You're stealing my eggs. And I called Deezy. Yo, Deezy, send me a quick, you know, vacuum seal. Send me an order of those fresh eggs, bro. For $20.
See, I never.
Deezy even gouging me on those eggs. $50 for 5 eggs.
$50. Jeez.
No, he didn't do that.
Yo, egg prices are down, so I don't want to hear it.
I'm just saying, like, when Americans start losing even a little bit of their creature comforts that they think, like, you know, or they take for granted, man, blood's in the water, dude. Like,
I'm prepared to live with nothing.
Take away an American's Krispy Kreme because of some Canadian tariff tax on glazed donuts. Billy Bob gonna get up
I
there
don't
with
know
that
about
freaking
glazed donuts, but you could glaze these nuts, bro.
Oh, I thought you were gonna hit the end of the episode. Sorry. I went a little bit too off the rails there. I'm just saying.
It would have
didn't
been a good one.
I just agree with you, Deezy. I'm just backing you up, bro. We took all that money and we just spent it on our own defense. We would have Tesla. We'd have like hot Tesla chick bots that would then like descend from the sky. They would just land like Iron Man if you if you're crossing the border, and they would just like grab you up and then fly to El Salvador, drop you from the top into the prison, and then fly back.
Personal Ironmans to catch every criminal.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
China's got these
Within 5 years, bro. Within 5 years. Picture it, bro. You know how China's got trains running through their buildings? That's nothing. Watch what America could have in 5
Yeah.
years.
Yo, if we stopped foreign aid for just 1 year, we could probably pay for a super speed train from one side of the country to the other, and we could literally have like travel by train, bullet train.
Elon's trying to do it for free,
Dude, the
bro.
Boring Company.
Elon out here trying to do it for free, bro. He's trying to pay to do it, man. This is, bro. That's guy. We got to talk about that guy, man. We got to have an episode just about that guy, bro.
We should also get into conspiracies.
I mean, there's
we should do a full Elon breakdown with no bias, with like all of the things he has done, and then like different perspectives from different people and how they feel about Elon, what he could or couldn't be. Like, there's a lot of different testimony to Elon's character out there, so it'd be interesting to just explore Elon the man as told by himself and other people.
Hey, yo, bro.
What?
That was a crazy statement.
Bro.
What would he say?
Explore Elon the man. That was wild. Sorry, I'm a child, bro.
I mean, that's pushing it a little hard for the innuendo. I gotta be real.
It's out of context. I didn't just stop there. If I just stopped there, that was the end of my sentence, then that would have been maybe.
Cheers to Elon. Cheers to you, the goats watching right now. Happy St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, all 15 of you who have tuned in or are currently tuned in. Happy St. Patty's Day.
Y'all the real ones.
We're here vibing.
Cheers to that.
Getting drunk.
Check out that show. Say Nothing. Great show. Hulu. Highly recommended, especially if you're Irish. A little history lesson for you. Ireland for the Irish. Right. You at least got to drink that non-alcoholic Guinness. And you got to go to the pub.
Nah, full alcohol, bro. Non-alcoholic Guinness is sacrilegious.
Let go your religion.
That is like blasphemy.
Let go your religion.
I'm pretty sure that's blasphemy.
Otherwise, we're going to snatch you up and take you to that El Salvadorian island.